All right, we're into this problem of addressing corrective action requests. We're not at the point of fixing the problem. So in other words, the first part of this is we identified what the problem was, we contained the effects of it, whatever it may have been, we determined the root cause somehow, some way. And now we're at the point where we have to fix the problem. This is the most frequent failure of this method. Very often the fix doesn't match what the cause was. Here's some examples. Training design versus system design. The operator is unclear, the requirements were inadequately laid out. The fix is they updated the work instruction. The reality is nobody fixed how the training is delivered, verified, or retained. In other words, there's an issue with the actual training that they give people. So they improved the document, but they didn't improve the person. Here's the next one. Communication failure versus documentation. The problem was cited as poor communication between departments. This is in handoffs and trade-offs, also shift trade-offs. The fix is revised a form or added a checkbox. How many times I've seen that the commonly understood fix to a problem is just make the employees fill out another form. That's no substitute for actually changing something part of your process. No change in handoff meetings in this case, no changing in accountability or ownership. They added paperwork instead of fixing the communication. Here's another one. Work overload. Employees is overloaded and rushing. We saw this the last time we went out for lunch. Some poor, understaffed restaurant is unable to give you good service. The fix is you retrain the employee to be more careful. Well, that's not the problem. The problem is that there's a staffing issue or workload balancing issue, and they treated human behavior instead of treating the system. Here's another one. Suppliers not meeting requirements. Here's the fix. Updated the incoming inspection procedure. You're trying to inspect in quality, which you can do to a certain extent, but the reality of this is you've got a problem with supplier development. There's no escalation, no requalification. Nobody wants to fire a supplier for any kind of thing because it's work. So they inspected harder instead of actually fixing the problem. Here's another one. Equipment problem versus blaming the operator. Root cause is determined to be equipment out of calibration or unreliable. The fix was they retrained the operator. The reality is that maintenance system's still broken. They blame the user instead of fixing the tool. This is it for now. I bet you can think up some more of these, and I have some more of these that we might go over tomorrow if this is sufficient. Anyway, thanks for watching.